Hey everybody, it is Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your Thursday reader, and this week Friday reader at For Heaven's Sake Book in Denver. I'm so excited. We have so much going on in the planet. It's incredible. And I know that some of you wait till the next morning to watch this, and I keep saying, hey, I'm going to get on earlier and earlier. And I don't, because there's so much going on in the universe, so many responsibilities, so many amazing things happening. Can you feel it? Anyway, today is February 7th, 2024. And I am going to do a very quick reading here for the collective consciousness. And if you have any questions, put them down here on the Instagram page. If you have questions, put them down here on the Facebook page, and also for those people on the other Facebook page. So got lots of monitors going. Would love, love, love to have somebody join my team that could actually come on and do all these fancy things in the background. But for me, I'm just riding it solo. Anyway, so we have so much, can I say it again? So much going on the planet with the collective consciousness and everything else. So, what I'd like for you to know this week, February 7th, and 7 days from now, is that our planet is shifting vibrational frequencies, and you're going to be feeling that ride continually. We've been feeling a little uplift, the air, and some of us with the water, and it's been feeling like, wow, we might catch a break. This year might not be so bad, and all that kind of stuff. Well, get ready for the next wave. And the next wave of energy is really asking you to up-level your spiritual intelligence, your spiritual game, your gifts, and your talents. So any of you that are watching this, we are contracted to be together today because you've been looking for answers. You've been thinking, oh, I think I see things. I think I hear things. I suppressed it a long time ago. I put it to the side. It's starting to come back. I'm a little afraid of it. I don't know what to do. But it is continually coming into my life and knocking at my door. Hello. Anyway, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Deanna Gloyd, and I teach spiritually gifted and highly sensitive people how to take their power back and how to stake their claim in today's world so they don't feel so lost in all the chaos that's going on, and I help them to know how to see the truth, the love, and the light. So if that is you, I want you to reach out to me on one of our social platforms here and let me know that you need some help, because I'm going to be mentoring some of you one-to-one. I'm going to be teaching some of you in a group, and for others, we're going to meet on a more regular basis to clear your vibrational frequency, see what's in the Akashic records, and answer the question, why am I being held back? How come I can't hear my guardian angels speak to me like you do? So all of those questions, let's meet up. If you've never met me before, tomorrow, Thursday, or if you're watching this tomorrow, today is 2/7/2024. I will be at For Heaven's Sake Book at the Denver location. And if you go over to For Heaven's Sake and you click on practitioners, then you'll click on Deanna, that's me, or you click on Denver location and then Deanna, that's me, and find a space. The last I looked, for Thursday, there's like 3 slots left, and I think Friday there's 4. If you're looking for a discount, if you're like, oh, I really want to see you, but my wallet's so tight, jump on quick, get on Friday. Friday, you can book half an hour, and it is a considerable discount. So if you're needing that, you're feeling that financial pinch, jump on over there and grab that seat before it's all taken up. Otherwise, come on down to the store, say hello. Sometimes I'm in between clients and I can see you. And with the election coming up here in the United States, and with artificial intelligence getting its foothold in things, and some not so happy things happening overseas, and we've got different weather things that are kind of freaky deaky. you may want to come into the store. Personally, you can order online, but come, and I recommend you walk around and find that thing, that energy, that vibration that can help you feel more centered and balanced during these crazy times. So, see, I even got a new ring that's helping me feel more centered and balanced because it has a wonderful frequency. All right, let's do the collective consciousness reading for. Um, let's see here for um, the collective consciousness for the next week, so you know what to expect. That's the great thing about the Akashic records. Akashic records is everything you felt, said, did in your etheric body, sometimes in your astral bodies, and their energies of things that you haven't balanced out yet. And we live in a karmic world, the cycle of learning and growing spiritually. So if you're feeling stuck and you're like, oh, Deanna, you're never going to believe what's happening in my relationship. I had one like this last year and I just don't know what to do. Karmic. Let's clear that energy and set you free so you can go live the life of joy that you desire. If you have a pain in your body, I have been finding that physical bodies are manifesting pain because of what we've been asked to do to clear our bodies and minds and our energy bodies. So there's some people that have come to me and they said, I have heart issues. And yes, there are 3D world, physical things that can cause that. I'm finding that some people have been so sad, they've taken on so much as empaths or highly sensitive people, or even star seeds. And their body has stored it and it's now hurting because we're going to the next frequency. We're taking it to the next level. If you don't know what I'm talking about, scroll down and look at last week's live. And so what's happening is that our bodies, our physical bodies are being shifted and our spiritual bodies are being uplifted and we're being asked to get rid of the poop. And I have a very dear relative of mine who had taken on so much trying to help so many other people. He took on the family trauma, he took on the family lineage, he took on things that are currently going on to help out, and it was too much and he became overwhelmed and not literally but figuratively almost drowned energetically. And that's not a happy place to be as a starseed empath or highly sensitive person. We're supposed to be a light to the world. We're not supposed to drown, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So here's the deal. Let's have a reading. Let's see what's going on in the collective consciousness for February 7th, 2024 to February 13th, 2024. Then I'll see if we have any questions. And then we'll talk a little bit about National I'm Single Day that's coming up in about a week. Just a second, I dropped a card. That always means it's an important one. So I'll put it at the top of the pile. And I am putting out 3 cards. So I'm an Akashic Records reader. That's my claim to fame. I get in the records, I look at energies, I clear them, things that may be manifesting in your physical body, your mental, emotional, that kind of thing, spirit bodies. When I do that, I use a pendulum and I use charts, and sometimes I just hear and see things. However, when I'm on this video, unless you all start seeing little orbs flying by me, which you don't often see that on this video, it's hard to know what I'm seeing. Of course, there's a certain particular guy named Elon Musk who's come out with this little chip they can now put in your brain for your brainwave thoughts. So who knows? Maybe one day you'll see a projector of what I'm thinking. Now that would be scary. Anyway, so I'm using cards, and these cards will help me to be able to show you and tell you what's happening in the collective consciousness, which means every man, woman, and child on this planet, what their thoughts, feelings, and emotions have created that we're all plugged into, and we can choose to be plugged into or not. We can choose to go to a higher level of consciousness. All right, so the first card, which would be today, going into tomorrow, just kind of easing into things, is going to be the Two of Fire. And I've told you all that this year, 2024, is about twos. Twos. It's the light and the dark. It's the yin, it's the yang. Where are you headed? There's this year's gonna be a lot about choices of twos. Choosing to stay, are you choosing to go? Are you choosing to level up to your divine self, or you're not? Where are you at? Okay, real simple. Although in the 3D world, carrying that out might be more challenging depending on what you're facing and your choices. Okay, so that is what we're rolling into, the two of fire. That's what's happening. Okay, then interestingly enough, not at a full moon right at this moment, we're going to see this week expand into lunar cycle. So where the moon is in time and space has a lot of energy. Our sun is going through a magnetic switch. So the poles are switching, which I think it does to, like refresh itself as a battery kind of thing. And no, I'm not really hugely scientific, so if you know more about that than I do and you're laughing at me, that's okay. What I know is that when we have that magnetic shift of poles inside the sun, it affects the electromagnetics of the planet. We'll see rain where we normally don't. We might see storms, freak snowstorms where we normally don't, and that kind of thing. So the moon, if you will, has a certain frequency or energy. It moves the ocean tides, salt water and electric body, made of salt water and electric. So this week, the placement of the moon with the polarity changing in the sun, which is normal, no apocalypse there, it's going to change how we receive this lunar energy, which means it's going to change how our thinking, how we see things. Things will become more clear to you this week. And if you have an aha moment, and you're like, ooh, I've never seen that before, that's different. Pay attention. Mwah, love you. Okay. Then, going forward until next week, things are going to be shaping up. It's called the Seven of Water. Seven of Water. I think it is a little mermaid in there swimming with her fishy friends. They're all making a circle around her. The Seven of Water. So pay attention to what's fluid in your week. I'm going to tell you, my week, I've had a lot of things coming up, a lot of things on my whiteboard, things I've been putting in sequential order to handle. And like today, I said, boom, boom, boom. These are the times I'm doing these things. And I put the blinders on and I went, la, 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 la. I'm focusing on this. Well, water came along, not literal, but figurative. And it said, hey, we're going to float this over here and this over here and this over here and this over here. But it all worked out. Except for I didn't get on earlier, which is what I wanted to do. Oh well. So that's what's happening. There's a lot of things changing. So if you have a challenge in your life, look for what's flowing. Okay, please. If you have a challenge, get in the boat, follow the water. Some of us are like, I'm not doing that. Or maybe you're putting your arms over your gut. I'm not doing that. I've never done that. This is the way it's always worked. Well, guess what, people? That's your ego. And it's not going to work anymore. And you're going to sink. I'm telling you. You may say, well, that's kind of, ambiguous and random. Watch your life. Notice what's coming up. Notice what you've always held on to. The universe is trying to show you, no, there's a better way, so we're going to flow this. And if you're grabbing on, you're going to get injured in your hands. If you let go and you cease to worry, the universe is going to bless you abundantly. It's amazing how that works. If you're like, all right, well, I'm not getting blessed abundantly, what do you got I ain't got? Well, there's the Akashic Records. Akashic Records is the way to connect into the divine energy. It's the energy all around you that stores the energies that you're working through. And maybe you're done with those energies and you can move on. But they're still hanging out here and you can't seem to flush them. That I can take care of. Not 100%, because you got your own stuff you got to deal with, But let's say in your energy field here is anxiety, fears, phobias. What if we transmute all that energy like a whiteboard and make it all clean and there's just little specks left? much easier to deal with, much easier to move into the new and to bring in the love and light that's here for you. Can I get an amen? There is love and light coming into this planet in a way that you can't even imagine, despite what you see in front of you, despite all the weird stuff that's happening. There's a huge amount of divinity that's coming in. The beautiful, loving energy from the fifth dimension is coming in. And if you're open to receiving it and taking steps forward to release worry, then you will reap the benefit. If you're stuck, let me know. Let's get you unstuck. I don't know how else to put it. Um, Lots of weird ways to describe things in this world. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my Facebook page and say hi to Karen. Yes, you were missing me yesterday. That's funny because I was looking at your post on Facebook and I thought of you too. So let's get together. Okay, and then over here, I don't see any comments on the Facebook for heaven's sake, and on Instagram, which is unusual. They're usually not quiet, which tells me if they're quiet over here on the Facebook page, it tells me that they're off taking care of other things, perhaps juggling other things at the moment, so they'll get there later. Hey, Dana, good to see you. Lana, good to see you. Stephanie, it's always good to see you. Hi, Amista. And Bella Laura, good to see you. I'm so glad to have each and every one of you join me. And I want to keep this short and sweet tonight because I know I tend to go long and all that. But anyway, so I dropped a card earlier and I said, oh, this must be a big message when any of them jump out. And this is the High Priestess. Woo! Okay, now, comedy. Everybody ready for a little comedy? Do you see the number up there? That's the number. Two. What was I telling you all earlier? This year is about two. It's about divisions. It's about choices. Are you going to choose the higher ground or the lower ground? Are you going to choose to flow divine love in or not? Now, come on. Give me a thumbs up if you're watching this. Even if you're watching the recording, give me a thumbs up here on Facebook and a heart over here on Instagram. Okay? Feel like you all are sleeping a little. Anyway, so that's what we've got going on. You're going to be looking for twos, and it says two of fire. So look for those things that are on fire in your life. I have several sectors of my life that are like, me, me, me. You got to take care of me first. And I'm like, I'm going to organize you. I actually created an appointment calendar for my personal appointments. Usually it's just for you all when you want to book a one-to-one session, right, on my website. Now, if somebody says, hey, let's get together, I send them my personal part of my book so they can sign up, because otherwise, for me to call you and text you in a day and try to figure out when we can get together, it's not happening. Lana says we were in Nashville for the new year and twos were everywhere. Absolutely. Right on. She gave me a thumbs up. They're everywhere. And that's because where we are in time and space, we are literally being asked to make decisions. Where are we headed? And when I look at this, hang on a second. It says my system dark mode is on. Great. Turn that off. Remember, I'll get back to her in a second, but remember the lunar. So we have a lot of lunar energies. Remember the moon controls salt water and electric in our bodies, and the sun adds the heat to that. So if the polarity is switching, some of you may feel off kilter, like things aren't working like they normally do. No worries. If you're finding this to be of value, please click like or share. However that works, wherever you're watching. And know that I am here for you. I've been doing this gig over 13 years, talking about Akashic records and energy shifting on the planet and helping people to wake up. I can't tell you how many beautiful, lovely students I've helped graduate and go out there and spread light in the world. And now it's time for the next bunch of you to come. So if you're feeling lost, this is what I hear a lot when people come to see me. I feel lost. I feel overwhelmed. Last week, a bunch of people came and they said, I feel so overwhelmed, I almost didn't reach out. Well, if you're watching this on your social media, behind your little screen, reach out. Okay, it's time. God's Spirit Source has a plan for you. Okay, so let's end our session on a good note. And we're all going to connect in, whether you're watching live or not. We're going to connect into divine love, to divine source, to divine spirit right at this moment. You might feel little tinglies, little goosebumpies. That's usually what people feel when they work with me. And I'm going to ask the angels of light and the forces of light to come to anybody who's watching right here and now that needs healing mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, to experience a wave of love coming down over them right now, to receive that love, to receive that in your own space and time. And know that no matter what you see in front of you, the universe is responding to you. Be careful what you think about. Be careful what you focus on, because the universe hears you. And it's like, oh, look, she wants more joy in her life. And so here comes things to help create joy in your life. If you're thinking lack, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I just lost my job, blah, 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 guess what the universe is going to do? It's going to go, oh, she wants to experience lack, and more comes. Instead, say, you know what? I lost my job, and I know a new one's coming. Hallelujah. Can't wait to see what shows up for me. Can't wait to see who's going to show up, what opportunity they're going to give me that was better than the last one that the door got closed on. And then move your feet, take action. Do whatever it is you do to get work. Okay? But know the day is coming soon when so many things will appear real that aren't real. So now is the time to develop your spiritual gifts before it's too late. To connect in, to be at one, to be at peace. Okay? All the support you need is right there. You're surrounded by it. It breathes through you, lives through you. Your angels are abounding. And maybe you just need a little tweak. Wipe your glasses off a little, metaphorically speaking, or maybe the third eye is shut down and you need some help. Okay? So, that is the Wednesday show. That is the Wednesday show. Stay tuned. Please click like or follow if you like this channel and reach out to me. You can always check out my blog for the latest articles on what's happening and how you can increase your spiritual awareness and well-being. And, we'll hopefully see you soon. If you do, come over, because I see you all's faces about that big when I'm looking at social media, and you can come over and, wave to me and say, hey, Deanna, guess what? I saw you on your live broadcast, and it was me, my name is this, and I'll recognize your energy. And, if you want it, I'll give you a big hug. Otherwise, a nice handshake or, fist bump, whatever it is. So anyway, have a great, wonderful night. Enjoy this beautiful week. There's so much uplifting, loving energy available. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in, and enjoy. Set your trajectory. Pick from the twos that are in front of you. Decide what you're going to have, what you're not going to have. And I will see you next week.